guys, it's Ty and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be the start of a new reading vlog. I haven't done one of these in a while, so this is just going to be a really chill weekend reading vlog. Today is actually Friday. I just got done with work, and so my plan for this weekend is I'm going to try to get through possibly all 3 of the books that I am in the middle of. 2 of them for sure I know I'm gonna get through because I'm almost done with them, and then one of them I'm just kind of hoping that I make a lot of progress in that book. I've decided to go ahead and do this weekend reading vlog because 1, I just haven't done a vlog in a while, and then 2 is because I am desperately trying to kind of get caught up with all of my reading because the next 2 weekends I'm going to be extremely busy, and a lot of my reading actually I do on the weekends. So next weekend is Super Bowl weekend, so I'm going to be spending the weekend with my dad in South Carolina, so probably not going to be doing a lot of reading then. And then the following weekend, which I'm so excited about. So my dad is a reader like me, and I was telling him that I have been looking for like any sort of like author events, like book signings, book festivals, whatever. And so he randomly sent me a message and said that in Savannah, 2 weekends from now, so I think it's like the weekend of like the 16th, 15th, 16th, President's Day weekend, I think. And they're having their like yearly book festival, and one of the authors that is going to be there is S.A. Cosby, and he knows that's my favorite author. Y'all know that's my favorite author, so I am so excited. So me and one of my friends that I actually met like in the bookish space, we're planning on going down to that book festival. So these next couple of weekends, I'm not gonna have a lot of time to read. So jumping into the books that I want to read this weekend. First one is Nestlings by Cassidy. So this is an adult horror. I am currently listening to this one on audio. I think the audiobook said I have like 3.5 hours to go, and I'm on page 211, and this has less than 300 pages, so I should be able to knock this out between today and tomorrow. Then I have The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And so this is a adult romantasy, and this is the one where I said hopefully I can make a dent in it because I'm not that far into this one. I'm on chapter 14, 121 pages into this, and I think this has close to 500 pages. So if I get through this book this weekend, that would be a miracle. But if I can just at least get like halfway through this, I will be happy with that. And so then the one that I know for sure that I will be reading or completing this weekend, specifically I will be completing it tonight, is episode 13 by Craig DiLouie. This is another adult horror, and I'm gonna give you guys some background on this one since this is the first one that I do plan to complete. But for this one, we are following these paranormal investigators, and so they're in the middle of filming like the season of their show. It's the first season for them, and so they're trying to do something big so that they can guarantee like a second season. And so they find this abandoned house. It's called Foundation House, and the group, it's Matt and Claire. They are a married couple. They're like the main investigators, and they have Jake, who's the camera person. Then they have Kevin, who is like the audio tech person. And then they have like this hired actress, Jessica, just there to like round out the group. But they're trying to do something grand so they can secure the second season. And so they go to this house, and basically they're just trying to, you know, catch paranormal things on camera. They're trying to connect with these entities or spirits and just try to catch something good on camera. So this is all told through mixed media. So we have like emails, text messages, their journal entries. So each one of them every so often has to like do a journal entry. And then we're getting a lot of the story told through like the raw video footage, like transcripts. So I am really enjoying this. I was so nervous to read this one because I have heard some not so great things about this book. A lot of people haven't really been enjoying it, but one of the things that I told myself this year is if I am interested in a book, no matter the reviews, I'm gonna read it, because I found myself not really reading books that I thought would be interesting because of the negative reviews that I've been like seeing, hearing, reading, whatever. And this year I'm just gonna make sure that I'm reading the books that I want to read no matter what, and this is one of them. And I'm so happy that I actually stuck with this one, because listen, this has been a time, and I am a fan of stories being told through mixed media. I haven't read a lot of books where like the whole entire story is told in mixed media. Sometimes it, flips back and forth, but this has been really good. I did not choose to listen to this one on audio. I know because of the mixed media, it would sound like it would be something to listen to on audio, but I decided not to because I just think it would have been doing too much, because this is like jumping, like I said, between all of the different mixed media, and I just didn't want to get confused in the story. So I really think for me, reading it physically has been great. So I only have, like, I'm on page 350. It's less than 100 pages left, so I will definitely be able to get through this one today. So those are the 3 books that I'm really going to be focused on this weekend. I do have like a 4th book that I've been kind of like dipping in and out of, but that's for a different vlog that I'm working on, and that's kind of been put on pause, especially because I'm just trying to get caught up with these. But this weekend, I literally have nothing planned. So today I have nothing. That's why I can get through at least one of those books. And then tomorrow I just have like a couple of errands to run, and then the rest of the day I'll be reading. And then Sunday, I just have a couple of videos to film and edit, plus edit this vlog, because I'm trying to get 2 videos out for next week. So Sunday is probably gonna be a little busy, but the rest of the time I just have all the time in the world to read. So I will see you guys in a little bit, most likely when I'm done with episode 13. So I'm back. So I have finished episode 13. Literally, when I say I finished it like 15 minutes ago. And I really enjoyed this. I'm not really sure why so many people did not. I'm pretty sure there are people out there who have enjoyed this, but like I said before, a lot of the reviews that I was seeing and reading, people just did not vibe with this. And let me tell you, I can understand why. This is technically an adult horror, and in my opinion, it wasn't necessarily scary. I didn't find anything in here like horrifying. I'm not even gonna say that I found anything in here to be creepy. So if that is what you're looking for, this isn't gonna work for you. But there was like other stuff in here that just like really worked for me. So I liked the characters, and we got a lot of the characters' backstories through their journal entries. And so we got to see why these particular people decided to be paranormal investigators, or why they would want to jump into this position. And some of them have experienced entities or ghosts or spirits previously, and so they just wanted to go into the field of, paranormal investigators. And then, like I said, we had this one lady or one of the characters, her name was Jessica, and she's the one that's the actress. And so we learn what got her into acting, and then how she got in with this group of paranormal investigators. And then one of the characters is actually a physicist. And their whole role in this whole thing is to go in and try to debunk everything that these investigators find. So if they think that they found some sort of entity, then this particular person will go in and try to debunk that and have some like scientific reason for why things are happening. And this does a lot of explaining about the science behind certain things and why certain things happen. I'm not gonna say they go into like physics, but it is kind of like science heavy in certain areas, especially when we're reading like journals from this one particular character. I found parts of this funny. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be funny, but I got a good laugh out of certain parts. Our character Jessica, again, she's the one that's like the actress in the group, and she's the only Black person in this group. And we see some text message exchanges between Jessica and her sister just doesn't believe, you know, she's like, why are you out here with them? Why are you, you know, I don't understand why you chose this field of acting. And her sister at one point made this comment of, you know, Black people don't survive at the end of horror movies, so you know this isn't probably going to end well for you. I died laughing at that because I had the same feeling when I found out that she was Black, and I was like, girl, what are you doing? You know it don't end well for us, so why are you in this spooky house? So I don't know, I just found other parts of this to be really entertaining. I did like the end of it and what like happened to these people the farther they went into like their investigation. I don't think I mentioned this when I was explaining what this book was about, but this particular house that they're at, the Foundation House, it was actually the site of some experiments that was taking place. So these scientists were doing experiments on other people. They were doing experiments on people to see if they could have like some sort of paranormal experiences, if they could like make these people like see some sort of ghost. And so that took place in like 1972, and after those experiments, or like during those experiments, these scientists like disappeared, and so nobody had ever been back to the house. And people in the neighborhood and people in the town always said that they saw like spooky things taking place at this house. And so that's why this team decided to film like their 13th episode at the house. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Right now I'm like teetering between a 4 and 5 star. I think I'm leaning more on 5 stars just because I really had a fun time every time I picked this up, and I just really enjoyed like the whole mixed media aspect of this, and it was just like a fun way to tell this story. If you guys have listened to this on audio, like if you've read this and listened to it, let me know what you guys think of the audio, because like I said, I avoided listening to it. I think just reading it physically was enough, and I got the gist of the story. But yeah, I don't know, I had a fun time. This is what I was looking for. I've been looking for books that will just bring me happiness. Even though this is a horror, I was extremely happy reading this one. So yeah, so I'm actually done day 1 of this reading vlog with 1 book. Now granted, I had already started this, but I'm happy that I was able to finish it. So for the rest of the night, I am going to try and make a dent in this one. So the Serpent in the Wings of Night. This is a adult romantasy. And so in this one, we are following our main character. I want to say her name is Oraya or Oraya. I've been saying Oraya. I could totally be wrong. We know I'm not good with pronunciations, but this girl, she is human, and she lives in this world where there are vampires. Like, that's a normal thing. It's not really, I guess, it's more odd for humans to be around. But when she was little, she was found abandoned by this vampire king. And so there's 3 different houses. The House of Blood, the House of Shadow, and the House of Night. I believe she lives in the House of Night. But she's been raised by this king, and she's been raised in this world with vampires. So basically all her life is she has just been trying to survive, not trying to put herself in like situations where she could potentially be killed by these vampires. But she enters into this competition called the Kajari. So she is a human in a competition with other vampires, and whoever wins this competition, they get some sort of gift from, I think it's like goddess of Nyaxia. And so what she wants is to become a vampire and live like eternally, I guess, like the other vampires. And so I'm still really early on in this story. Right now, they have just started the competition, and she has made allies with 2 other vampires. One, his name is Rain, and I'm guessing that's who she is going to have this romance with. And then his friend, whose name I cannot recall at this moment. I really am liking the banter that we are getting between our main character and the guy named, or vampire named Rain. So just trying to see where the rest of this goes. So like I said, this is going to be my focus for tonight, because I would like to get this finished this weekend, but if I can just make a dent in it, I'll be happy with that as well. So I will most likely see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you a quick update on my reading. I'm currently in my car because I just came from Barnes and Noble. That was not my plan today. So earlier this morning, I went and got a refill on my nails, and I went to the grocery store, and then it just turned into a really pretty day out here. There's no clouds in the sky, the sun is shining, it's around like 60 degrees. It's beautiful out here. So I didn't want to just sit in the house, so I decided to go to Barnes and Noble, and I picked up this House of Flame and Shadow, and I don't need this at all because I haven't even started this series, but I've seen everybody, and I mean everybody, and I'm sure you guys are aware, have been picking this up and reading it and crying tears of joy about how much they have enjoyed it. So I just wanted to go ahead and pick up my copy. I told myself if they did not have it, oh well, it wasn't meant for me to buy. But of course, when I got in there, they had a whole Sarah J Maas section, and they had plenty of these copies. I know some people have been having issues with like Walmart's copies because those were like special editions. Not special editions, but they had like, well, I guess a special like Walmart edition. They weren't in stock and all of that, so I thought I was gonna have a hard time trying to find this, but I didn't. They had a lot at Barnes and Noble, so yeah, I picked me up a copy. My plan for the rest of the day is literally I'm going back home to just chill. I'm gonna take my time to get there and enjoy this nice weather, but yeah, I don't have any other plans for the rest of the day. So as far as reading updates go, I plan on finishing Nestlings today. My audiobook says I only have like 3 hours. I'm like at 80%, and I don't think I ever gave you guys a synopsis of what Nestlings is. So we're following this couple, Reed and Anna, and Anna just had a baby. Their baby Charlie is less than like a year old, but she had a lot of issues in her pregnancy, and she ended up becoming paralyzed after giving birth. I think she had like some pre-existing issue, and then when she gave birth, like it flared up, and then she became paralyzed. And so she had really bad postpartum, and there was like a whole situation with that. And so she's just been struggling basically with raising their daughter Charlie, especially now because she's in a wheelchair. So Anna and Reed were entered into like a housing lottery, and they were picked, and so now they have moved to this really like fancy apartment building. They're on like the top floor. And so we're following them as they're like getting adjusted to this new apartment, and strange things are starting to happen. Anna doesn't really like where they live because she's been noticing some strange things. Their daughter Charlie has been acting a little different. She's become like real fussy, more fussy than normal, and Anna ran into like this neighbor who was doing some strange things, and so she's just really uncomfortable. And of course, Reed is like oblivious to all of this. He's not seeing any of this, and so Anna's trying to tell him like, I don't like it here, I don't feel comfortable here, and he's like, oh no, it's fine. So that's basically like what the book is about. So the first like half of the book was extremely slow to me. We got like a lot of backstory on Anna and all of the issues like she was having, a little bit of backstory on Reed, and there were some like creepy moments, I guess, some like disturbing moments, but they were so few and far in between. Now, where I messed up, I started looking at Goodreads reviews because I just was not having as good of a time as I thought I was going to, because on Instagram, everybody has like been hyping this book up and saying how great it is, but it's been really, really slow for me. And so I started going through Goodreads reviews to see if I'm missing something. And again, a lot of people seem to really like it, but then I came across somebody's review who I think they put spoilers in it because they basically told you what was going on at this apartment, which I didn't catch on to it yet. So because I found out what was going on, it kind of ruined the experience for me a little bit, because now that I know, or that I have found out, I was just kind of waiting for it to like reveal itself. And so it kind of took away from the fun of it, although I wasn't really having fun with it in the beginning. But yeah, I don't think that people should put in their reviews what is actually going on at this apartment, because even on the back of the book, it doesn't really say much. And I think that's a good thing. I don't think you really need to know a lot. But after like the halfway point, it started to really pick up. And once it was revealed about what was going on, it did become more interesting. And so now, where I'm at, like I said, I'm like 80% in. It's just going over like what is actually going on at this apartment. So we're actually finding that out, and now Reed and Anna have to figure out what it is they want to do. So that's where I am with that one. I do plan on finishing it today. The other book that I've been in the middle of, The Serpents and the Wings of something. I forget the title. But anyways, after I finished episode 13, I was moving into this book. I didn't get a chance to read that much. I read maybe like 30 pages, if that. But the only thing that has happened now in that book is that our main character, Oriya, again, I'm not sure how to say her name, but she has shown like she can use her magic. So in this world, not only are there vampires, and I never mentioned this before, but there are vampires, and there are like different classes of vampires. So she was able to use some magic that she didn't know that she had. And in this world, vampires can also use magic. And so she had been trying and not really been able to do anything. But she was getting into it with the vampire Rain, who she had become an ally with, and they were going back and forth, and she used her magic on him, and that's a thing. And so also her father is not happy with her. Her father was the vampire king. He's not happy with her because she allied with this specific race of vampire. And I didn't really understand that, because she's a human and she's supposed to be in this competition or this tournament with these other vampires. It kind of makes sense to me that she would at least have an ally in this. But anyways, I think something is up with her quote unquote father, because he's just acting really weird, and he's getting mad about things that don't really make sense for him to get mad about. And then they're supposed to be having like this meeting place where she goes to him and tries to talk to him about, you know, what's going on and whatnot. And he only shows up like half the time. So, dude, what are you doing? And she's having the same question, like, dude, what are you doing? So yeah, that's where I'm at. Oh, and they're about to get ready for the next tournament. So this tournament lasts for like 4 to 5 months, and there are like, I think like 4 or 5 different like little trials in that time. And so we're about to head into the second trial. So that is where I am at with that. So when I get home, I'm going to finish Nestlings, so I will have a update for you guys then. So I wanted to pop back in here because I'm still listening to Nestlings. I have like an hour and a half left. But before this clip, you should have seen me working on my diamond painting. That is something that I do sometimes. I want to say a majority of the time when I'm just chilling at home listening to audiobooks. It just keeps my mind focused, and I actually really like diamond painting. So I actually finished that one. And this is what it looks like. So this background isn't diamonds, quote unquote diamonds, but this dog and the books and all that, that's the diamonds. And that's what it looks like. And so what I'm actually going to work on now is kitting up a new one. So I'm going to prepare to do a new kit. So what I need to do is, here's my case. I need to open up everything and then start putting the little diamonds in these little containers. And so I kind of wanted to just show you guys, in case anybody is interested. Please feel free to skip forward if you do not care about this part. But I know some people sometimes look for new hobbies, so I just kind of wanted to talk about mine. But this is a new kit. I get mine from Diamond Art Club. These can be pretty pricey. So if you are starting out and you don't even know if this is going to be something that you like to do, I would suggest going on Amazon and just put in like diamond painting, diamond art, something like that, and get like really cheap ones. The very first one I got and completed, I got it for less than 20 bucks and it was just fine. So this is my next one. The picture is like a girl standing in the rain underneath a transparent umbrella. So that's what it is. And so I haven't opened this. The only thing I've done is take the plastic off. So we're gonna look at all of this together. I have talked about this before in a video like a couple of years ago, but I wanted to kind of just talk about it again. But when you first open up the box, what you'll get is your diamond kit, and you get one of these every single time you open up like a new box. You get the same thing. And I used to keep all this stuff, but you don't need to. I just, as soon as I'm done with one, I just throw everything away and just start new. But on the inside, you get like this sticky tape, which I don't necessarily use, but people use this when they're like making different sections. You get little plastic bags. I don't use these baggies only because I have my little case, and I got my case from Amazon. You also get the little tray to put your diamonds in. You get your little pencil thing to pick up the diamonds, but you get 2 of the little waxes. So these are like heart-shaped, and basically what you do is you would take your little pin, stick it into the wax, pull it off, and then that's what you use to get your diamonds on the painting. So you get 2 of those, and then you do get like a little cute heart-shaped holder for your wax. You also get like the little pencil type grip, which comes in handy because you could find yourself doing this for hours at a time. But yeah, so you get that, makes it easier to pick it up. And then you also get this little contraption that can go on the end of it, on the other end of it, like such. That way you can stick this into the wax, and then you can pick up more than one. This looks like you can probably pick up like 5 at a time and stick it on there, but I never use these. I just do it one by one. I'm never like in a rush. And then this little cute magnet, which I've never used these. I guess, I don't even know what it's for. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. I don't use it, but you get that. And that's all that comes with it. Oh, then you get like this little piece here. Like you can't even really see it, but what you're using that for, I think, again, I don't use this either, but I think it somehow, yeah, it goes into like your tray, on the end of your tray, so that when you're like shaking the diamonds around so that you can pick them up, they don't fly out of this little spout part. So you also get that. So that's everything that comes like in your little kit. Then you have the painting and the diamonds themselves. So I'll show you what a diamond is, because you're probably like, a what? So we'll talk about the diamonds first. Ooh, these are so pretty. Love the colors. So these are like the individual, so these are the individual diamonds. And the diamonds can either be square shaped or circle shaped. And I want to say the circle is supposed to be easier, but whatever. So yeah, so I have a lot of diamonds, and each one of these packs needs to go into one of these. So it can take a while, but for me, it is like so therapeutic to just sit here, listen to an audiobook, and put this stuff together. So those are the diamonds. Then this is like the blank canvas. I think it goes this way. I think. I can't even tell. Oh, no. Yep. It goes this way. So yeah, so this is what it's gonna be. And what it's supposed to look like, this might be an easier way to look at it, but it's supposed to be like this. And so each of these diamonds has a number. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick one. And I'll show you guys quickly like what I do. And so on each of the little diamond packs, It has a number on it, which you can't really see here, but this says 128. And so all right here is all the numbers, and then like whatever shape or number or letter these colors correspond to, because that's what you follow on the canvas. I hope this makes sense. So like each color, like purple is N, pink is F, white has like a circle with a dot in the middle, but those numbers correspond to one of these on here. So like right now I have 128. Then I'm gonna find 128 on here, which is at the very top. So I just take my scissors, and these are sticky. They did not used to be that way. So Diamond Art Club has really come up. So I'm gonna cut these out and then cut that. And so then what I like to do, so I've cut the little sticker for 128. So then I just take this sticker, place it on the top of my container so I know which one I'm grabbing. And we're gonna open that up. We're just gonna cut this. And then it's probably not the best way to do this, but this is what I do. And I just pour it into here. And that's it. So then I do that for each one of these, and there are a lot. So this is probably gonna take me about an hour or more. So I should be able to get done with my book. But yeah, so like on this one, see it has like, you probably can't see it, but it has like the number 2. And so when I'm doing my diamond painting, I find any spot that's the number 2, and then I use these, if that makes sense. So that is what I'm going to be doing while I finish up this book, and then I will come back once I'm done kitting up everything and once I'm done with the book. So see you in a bit. So I'm back, and I actually finished Nestlings. So before I talk about this, I did just want to give you guys an update. I did finish kitting everything. So I have all my diamonds in the individual cases. I did have some bleed through where I did have to put them in like the little baggies that I showed you guys, that I was like, oh, I never used these. Well, I had to use them this time. I did not realize how many of those things I had. And sometimes, let me just show you real quick. Sometimes you get so many that they don't just fit in one of these. They have to fit in like 2 or 3. So I had a couple of them that did that. So yeah, so I'm done with that. And actually that made me kind of tired. Usually it doesn't make me tired, but I was like hunched over, my back hurts. Getting older sucks. But anyways, getting back to Nestlings. So I did finish this. Overall, I enjoyed it. I think at this moment, I will probably end up giving this one 3 stars. I just can't get over how slow this was. It took about 50% of the book before things started to pick up and really start moving. And another thing people was telling me about when I posted like on my Instagram that I was going to be reading this one next was that they really liked Nat Cassidy's author's note at the end, and I will say it was fantastic. He just really explained like his inspiration for the story, everything that happened to him and his wife in 2021 and all of the grief that they experienced. And then his wife had suffered from a disability for a little bit, and so he just explained all of that and how that inspired him for the story. He also mentioned all of the other works that he was inspired by, and some, I think, other like movies maybe that he was inspired by. So I really appreciated that, and I just appreciate how personal the story was. And I also just related so much to him and all of the grief and loss that him and his wife suffered in 2021, because I feel like I had that same experience in 2023, and how he just said that, you know, you don't stay in that dark place forever. It gets better eventually. So I just really like that. But this book overall, like I said, I enjoyed it. It talks a lot about motherhood. It talks a lot about the postpartum depression that mothers experience and how it's different for each mother. It also talks about people with disabilities, because like I mentioned, our main character, Anna, she was paralyzed. So she was in a wheelchair, and it just talked about her feelings on how she is dealing with being disabled. And then it also just touched on how caretakers feel in that situation. So her caretaker in this sense would be her husband Reed, and like how he had to deal with this. So it's not just one person. Obviously it's harder on the person that is actually dealing with the disability, but it does affect other people, especially like your partners, because now they have to be your primary caretaker. So it just like touched on all of that. And I liked how he related it back to like the horror. And I don't want to tell you guys what the horror, what the horror was in this book, because I think it is a huge spoiler. So be careful if you're looking at reviews so you don't get spoiled like I was. But I liked how he was able to tie everything back in the story. So like I said, overall, I'm pretty sure I'm going to give this one 3 stars. So for the rest of the night, I will be reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I can't seem to get this title together. So I'm not as far as I thought I was. I thought I read about 30 to 40 pages yesterday. I only read like 20. So I'm on chapter 18, page 148. So hopefully I will be able to knock out a good portion of this, even though I am tired. And like, I feel so exhausted and it's only like 7 o'clock. But hopefully I can put a dent in this. I probably will only update one more time because I don't really think I'm gonna get a lot of reading done tomorrow, just because I have a lot of filming to do. I have some editing to do. So I'll probably try and read this in the morning. And then after that, I'm not really sure what other reading I'm gonna get done tomorrow, but hopefully, because I have so much time tonight, I can read a lot tonight. I do want to mention, I always have like several audiobooks ready to go, and I am going to be starting another audiobook because when I listen to audiobooks, I tend to listen to them while I'm like cleaning, getting ready for the day, just doing like everyday tasks is when I turn them on. So I most likely will be starting another one tomorrow, and that is going to be First Line Wins by Ashley Elston. And I actually went to this author's book signing for this one. And, oh, you can't really see it, but she did sign this book for me. She was so nice. And I didn't realize when I like reserved seats for this that another author was going to be there, and it was actually one of her really good friends, Megan Miranda, and them two together was a delight. They really fed off of each other. They were hilarious. I loved hearing like their writing process. So yeah, I'm excited to get to this one, especially because a lot of people have been really enjoying this one. So this is a adult mystery thriller. So yeah, eventually you guys will see me talk about this one, but I just wanted to mention that this will be my next audiobook. So unless something drastic happens in this book, my next update probably won't be until tomorrow. So I will see you guys soon. Good morning. So it is Sunday and I am prepared to film. So as soon as I get done filming this clip, I'm going to go into filming some videos that I need to get up next week. So I'm filming a video for 2 ARC reviews. And then the next one is I'm filming for my recent reads. So basically the books that I read in January. I'm actually not in the mood to film today. I'm making myself do this. So it's pretty early. I think it's around like 11:30. So I have to do it as soon as I like get up and get ready for the day, because if I wait and just kind of let it linger, I'm not going to do it. But I also wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update on The Serpent and the Wings of Night. So I did not do any reading last night. I started watching TikToks, which that's a terrible thing to do. And then I started watching the show on HBO Max, and then the night just got away from me. And so I didn't read. So I got up this morning with the intention to read before I like got out of the bed, and I did. I got to, part 4, and I'm at an interlude right now. And in this book, we've been getting some interludes into our main character, Araya's life, and how she grew up in this, basically this vampire world. And so the part that I read this morning, we got through the second trial. The girl be struggling. She be barely making it, but she got through the second trial. So now we are starting to prepare for trial number 3. And in between each trial, it's like a few weeks pass. I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks pass before you go into the next one. So she, Rain, and then Rain's friend, they are about to start training and get prepared for this 3rd trial. Really fast paced, and my only complaint at this point is I just wish that when we get to these trials that lasted a little bit longer so we can actually see them and whatever tasks they're trying to complete in the trials. It just feels like it goes by so fast. But other than that, I mean, I really am enjoying this. There is starting to be some tension between Oriah and Rain, as far as like them liking each other. She finally noticed after almost 200 pages, she finally admitted that he looked cute. So I think we're about to start to get more into like their relationship, which is technically what I'm here for. So yeah, so after I get done filming, I do have to edit one of my videos, and then hopefully tonight I will be able to read a little bit more and give you guys an update then. Hey guys, I'm back. So it is currently around 9 p.m. on Sunday. So I think I am going to end this weekend vlog here. I am currently, of course, still reading this one. I had a feeling that I was not going to finish this weekend, but I'm happy I was able to get through 2 out of the 3. So I'm still working on this one. I'm still not quite halfway through. I read a couple more chapters, but right now we are just watching our main character Oriah and Rain prepare for the next trial. They are trying to get along better, work together better, and they are starting to flirt a little bit. So I can't wait to see where this goes. Again, I am really enjoying this. But today I did get my filming done. I was able to edit one of the videos. I got thumbnails done for my videos. So I feel like I had a pretty productive day. So for the rest of the night, I am just going to chill, probably watch a couple things on Netflix, read a little bit here or there. I will be leaving a link down below to the website if you guys are interested in diamond painting. I get mine from the Diamond Art Club, I believe is what they're called. So like I said, I will have them linked in case you guys want to check them out. And also just let me know if you guys are interested in that, because I can do a more in-depth video of how to like start your diamond painting, how to kit them up, and all of that if you guys are interested, because that is also one of my hobbies that I really enjoy. So yeah, I am gonna call it a night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.